Welcome back to Togetherness, Thankfulness, and Thanksgiving, our November at Home Sunday School series. And right now we are in the science room where we'll be doing our object lesson for the week. And our object lesson involves two objects that are in your November supply kit, which you should have received by this last week, by last Monday. If you haven't, please email me at dana@pcbarrington.org and we'll get you a supply kit right away. But in your supply kit, you have a plastic cup and a card. So you will need this for this lesson. Need these for this lesson. And you'll also need some water that you can get right out of the sink. I don't happen to have a sink here, so I have a pitcher with me. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pour the water into the cup. Pretty full, but doesn't have to be top full. And we're going to place our card. I happen to have the 6 of spades, but any card will do. We're going to place it over the top of the cup. It needs to cover the entire cup so that you don't see any rim showing. And then we're going to put our hand over it. Now, if you really want to make this interesting, you can do this part over a parent or sibling's head and see how much they trust you to do this trick. What we're going to do is we're going to then tip this over. You might have a little drippage. I have a little bit dripping out, but that's okay. The trick will still work. Now, you're going to hold the cup with one hand and slowly remove your hand from the card. And wow, amazing, look at that. It seems impossible that the water would stay in there and that the card would stay stuck to the cup. This is actually very scientific. It has something to do with water or air pressure and gravity, and if you would like to hear more about that, then please Google it. The science part is not my specialty, but it does help us show that sometimes things that we think are impossible are actually doable. We just need some help. Just like, think of us as the cup filled with water, and we're looking to do a task that we are very scared to do, that we don't think we could possibly do. We don't have the skills, we don't have the education, whatever the case may be. But God helps us by sending us helpers, and the helpers represent the card. The card is what helps keep the water up inside. And God sends us all kinds of helpers. It could be a teacher, a doctor, a neighbor, a friend, a parent, a sibling. All kinds of people can help us get through our tasks that we think are impossible. And it could be anything. It could be a school math test or a soccer tryout. Anything that you think you are being called to do or have to do, as the case in a math test, but that you don't feel ready or prepared and you think it might be impossible for you to actually achieve, just remember that God helps us through impossible tasks all the time by sending us helpers to help us get through them. Now, sometimes the outcome isn't always what we had in mind, but God provides these teaching activities for us in order to help us get better, and next time we can excel even further than we did the first time. So just keep in mind that God is there to help us and support us, and we just have to have faith in the fact that He loves us, and that if we believe and look for those helpers, that we can get through even the impossible tasks at hand. Much as in with our story, Daniel in the lion's den, I would think it would be impossible to go into a lion's den and not be harmed. I'm certainly not planning on going in any lion's dens anytime soon. I think that would be a little silly. But in the case of Daniel, he didn't have a choice, but God sent an angel to help him and protect him while he was in the lion's den, and he made it through the impossible. And he then changed the mind of the king, and he was able to spread the word of the Lord throughout the kingdom because of the miracle that God created by saving Daniel from the lion's den. So we might not be experiencing any huge miracles on a daily basis, but we do see little miracles from time to time. And like I said, God is there to support us through all the helpers that He sends our way. So just remember that when you are in need of help and you feel like you just can't complete whatever task is before you, that God is there, and look around to and ask to see who might be those helpers God is sending. And just to prove that this is actually still filled with water, I'm going to remove the card, and you'll see that it really was a cup filled with water that was suspended in midair by the card, keeping it in the cup. So I hope you enjoyed that lesson, and I hope you enjoyed playing around with the cup and the card. You can fill it up different lengths or different amounts, and try it again and see how it works and how it doesn't work, and just experiment. Life is filled with different possibilities, so experiment with it and see what kind of fun you can have with simply a cup and a card. Hope you enjoyed the lesson, and until next week, we'll see you and have a great week. Bye.